Have you ever experienced latency in your manifestation? Or have you ever felt like giving up all the manifestations because the result does not seem to be interested in you? If you are feeling this way, you are not alone. Many people have this problem. Many people get frustrated with all of this like every day of their life, no matter how many techniques they try, no matter how many hours they sit down to manifest, they are not getting the results they want. While surfing on the internet, I found a couple of reasons why people are drifted away from their desired outcome, and that is mostly because they are not aligned with their desires. They are sort of in another dimension than the dimension where the desires lie. First off, to align, you have to have the belief, you have to have the faith in the process, and in the universe, you have to full-heartedly believe that there is someone or something out there listening to you. There is someone who is ready to give you all the desires you are wishing for. You have to completely put yourself out there to get the result of your desire. But today we are not going to only talk about aligning our desires. Today's video is especially for those people who want something effective, but also does not take much time of theirs. The technique that I am going to mention is a very effective technique, and it will just take your 5 minutes time in a day. This is a very powerful technique, so we will have to know all about it, and we will in a little while. Hello, and welcome back to my new video. As I have already mentioned today's topic, I want you to buckle up in your seat and listen to me carefully till the end of this video. So let's get started. This manifestation technique is especially to clear anything that might be holding you back to get to the desired outcome. Now you might have questioned, how can different things have an impact on my desires? Well, believe it or not, it does have some huge impact in your desires, like your belief, your inner conversations, and many more like thoughts and feelings, because these are the ones that shapes your present as well as your future. These are the ones that creates limitations. If you have a negative belief or thought, or even negative inner conversations, you might have some limitations that limits you to get to the desired destination. Now, let's talk about forcing these feelings. I know that sometimes we are not really concentrated on certain techniques and on certain things, because our brain just does not process it the way we want it to, and that is when we start to force things upon ourselves. But with forcing there comes more negativity because you are not doing it with your brain. It is your body that is pulling you towards doing this thing and not your mind. So do not force any technique by saying that this is going to do me good. If you don't feel like doing it, then just take some rest, meditate for some time, clear your head, and then sit back and do the manifestation technique. That is how it should be done, not by forcing something. Now, as I said, this technique only takes 5 minutes of your time. So set the timer or just have a look at the clock before you start the manifestation process, and just give it 5 minutes daily for this manifestation process. I did even hear someone say that if you do some manifestation techniques for a longer period of time, you will get better results, but keep in mind that it is just a myth. If you wholeheartedly put yourself out there in the universe, then even 1 minute or 2 minutes is more than enough for you to manifest any desire of your liking. Now let's talk about the technique itself. So the first step into doing this technique is that you have to find somewhere quiet and peaceful. It's just 5 minutes, so you can at least find 5 minutes and give yourself those 5 minutes. Find a very quiet place where there is no disturbance, and then go into this meditative state where your body and your mind is in an alignment, and everything is just so peaceful and nice. Once you have acquired the state, I want you to inhale and exhale, but with each inhale and exhale count up to 5. For example, if you inhaled, count up to 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale and count up to 5 like you did before. Don't mind the speed, do it slow or fast, according to your preference. After you do this, and your mind and body is in perfect alignment, you can start to visualize the desire, the particular desire that you have been wanting to manifest in your life. For those 5 minutes, I want you to choose only one particular desire of yours. Each time you do this, you can change your desires. But for those 5 minutes, allocate those 5 minutes for only one particular desire, and then focus on it. Visualize it across the room. Visualize it so clearly and so perfectly that you start to think that that scenario is literally playing in front of you across the room. Now, if you have problem visualizing, there are other videos where I have discussed about visualizing. You can go watch that later, but you have to have a proper understanding of visualizing, and you have to visualize it very clearly that the scenario is playing across the room. Now you have added something to your imagination, and that something is the distance between you and the desire of yours. Imagine that the desire is only 10 steps away from you. You have to visualize that there is a bridge between you and your desired outcome, and every time you start to step on that bridge, as you move forward to the desired outcome, you can start to affirm the sentences like, "There is nothing holding me back to get to my desired outcome." With the first step you take, you can start to affirm this, either in your head or even better if you speak it out loud. But do affirm again and again, "There is nothing holding me back to get to my desired outcome. There is anything holding me back to get to my desired outcome." In the next step, you can affirm different affirmation which says, "There is no limits. Of course I can have this. There is no limits. Of course I can have this." These two affirmations are to be repeated alternatingly with every step. For example, when you step on the first step, you can say, "There is nothing holding me back to get to my desired outcome." And for the second step you can say, "There is no limits. Of course I can have this." The first affirmation here represents that you are letting go of all the limiting beliefs that might be holding you back. It is like you are letting all of those limiting things get off of your mind, whereas the second affirmation gives you a sense that you are powerful enough. It gives you kind of a confirmation that you are the power. You are the controller, and it is only you who can decide what is right for you and what is wrong. This is the way of stepping into the power that you possess, and at the same time you are attracting your desires. Do not rush it. Feel the connection that you have with this manifestation technique and with your desire. Once you reach the last step, feel as if you are present in your desire. Visualize yourself in that desire and start affirming, "I am open and ready to receive this or better in the best possible way. I am open and ready to receive this or better in the best possible way." Do this technique until the timer goes off. Sit there with a mind full of positivity and certainty that the thing that you are desiring is going to come to you. Don't question how and when, because it isn't worth it. Just open yourself and trust in the process. The timer thing is that you can put it or just do the manifestation technique for as long as you feel like doing it. Do not always have to care about the timing. This is the manifesting bridge technique that has worked for me, and I am sure that it will work for you too. So to practice this, just give 5 minutes of your day to this technique for at least 21 days and witness the magic on your own. By saying this, we have come to the end of this video. If you have come this far, I thank you for listening to me. If you liked this video, press that like button down below and share it with your friends and family. It would mean a lot to me if you even subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you.